gang, Sharpshot21 here again, and we are continuing on with the Voron V0 build. I will note I did make an error last week, or last night, however I put these out. In the previous video, the two MGN7s that I put on the frame that will hold the Y carriage, I guess it is. I said those used MGN8s. They actually use, not MGN8s, they used M2x8s. They use M2x6s. My laptop screen, the resolution is not all that great on it. So that was my mistake. I have rectified that. Now tonight we will be squaring the frame up and making final adjustments to placement of where the rails are in relation to the frame. So we'll get to that. Okay. So one thing that I have not done yet is set the height of the these two rails from the top. They are supposed to be 35 millimeters down. I finally have my calipers up here, so we're going to do that first. See, I had them way high. Okay, so that's 35 in. Now, I do need to recenter, actually, let me check. Okay, so I do need to center these. So again, that's the two little red arch-shaped pieces. Okay. Okay, I've got those two cinched. I'll do the rest of the screws in a moment. Now I still have the red stops in because of how I've got the nut. The nut is off right now, therefore the potential exists for this to come off the end. I want to avoid that. They need to be tucked up against the ones that hold the Y need to be tucked up against the bar, but until we get the frame squared, I'm not going to do that. We need to loosen a whole bunch of screws, mainly the two here, the two here, the two at the bottom, and the two on the sides. And we need to check the frame for square. So, I like my alignment that way. And my alignment that way. Now, we flip this over. And we fully set where this rail is fore and aft, and the same with the bottom. That needs to be at 37 millimeters. Okay, now I'm snugging these up. It does say to lightly fasten them. And I'm also going to snug these up a little bit more. And now we can fully tighten everything down. Well, everything we loosened, which is those. I'll check one last time. From this post needs to be 58 millimeters from this column. The same on the bottom. So that's the next step. I'm actually going to flip this on its back and do them both at the same time. Okay, that's done. Okay, now, with the platform all the way down and it unbolted, we raise it up and down and we slowly tighten these screws. Okay, that's done. We'll put the nut back on. And then we're going to loosen these two and the two underneath. Okay, now having undone the screws at the bottom, need to ensure the alignment of the threaded rod. You need to move the carriage all the way down. Okay, that looks good. And fore and aft looks good. With those set, we can tighten up these two and those two. Now we need to remove the front braces. Alright, getting those apart. It's time to put the bottom panel in. Now, this is available on the GitHub. It is a printed piece and it has the standoff locations built in. So this will go in. First though, because I haven't tightened it down yet, it's time to tighten down the drop screws for the the GT2 pulley. Now these I am going to use the Vibratight on. Okay. Now that's on. I can get to the drive one later. So we'll leave that until we get to the back. This piece, before you put it in, you do need to put in 1 M3 nut. And then you can slot this in. I'm actually going to do one thing first. Let me get this carriage up to the top, because I would like to get this cable chain secured before I put this panel on. Okay, got this secured. This is the drag chain. Bottom plate. Bottom plate goes in. Now, going forward, we need 3 nuts up here, 3 nuts over here, 3 nuts on this one, and 3 nuts on the side. We also need to put 4 nuts here, 4 nuts here, 4 nuts across the front. Okay, so that's all done. Okay, front of the frame is reassembled. And we need to drop 4 nuts down there. And that will do it for the frame. Alright, this is SharpShot21 signing off. That was the frame squaring and final assembly of the frame. Next up, it looks like we are doing the drive units. So we'll start that off tomorrow night, probably. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you find this interesting. If you guys have got comments or questions, drop them down below. And if you hit that like and subscribe button, it would be much appreciated. Hope to see you next time. Sharps out.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It really helps me out, and it lets you know when I put something new up. New videos will be going up on Tuesdays or Thursdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. And if I do decide to do live streams, I will try to give 24 hours notice. So hit the subscribe button on the channel, and you'll be notified when I post that stuff too. Hope to see you next time. Sharps out.